With Gina.
The news with Gina Grad.
Well, a former software engineer from Seattle is in police custody and charged with computer fraud and abuse after she stole the personal information of more than 100 million individuals. Her picture is everywhere right now, and I think we have it. You don't hear about the ladies too often with this. Capital One announced Monday that a hacker had breached its system, gained access to bank account numbers, social security numbers. Police arrested 33-year-old Paige Thompson, there she is, who is accused of swiping the data from credit cards.
She looks like a criminal.
She looks like the beginning
what's
of
her
Pulp
name
Fiction.
from Pulp Fiction?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'll execute everything. Yeah, that's her.
Honey Bunny.
Honey Bunny. So she's accused of swiping the data from credit cards applications between March 12th and July 17th, if that sounds like you. Experts say it is one of the 10 biggest hacks ever. And it comes just 1 week after the news broke about the Equifax breach, which affected 147 million people. Capital One says it will contact everyone who is affected, offer free credit monitoring. And this girl, she tweeted something like...
whether it be Capital One and their Vikings or Wells Fargo and their Stagecoach, I don't feel like they're technologically advanced enough to handle the age we're living in.
Maybe show some damn robots.
Yeah, maybe
some fucking robots.
Breach.
I don't want to see a Stagecoach and I don't want to see a Viking. That doesn't feel like cutting edge technology to me.
How about a bunch of Asian adults just like at their computers going, we're monitoring your shit all the time.
Yeah, with their keyboard smoking.
Yeah, how about that?
That'd be good. Yeah, she was very open about the fact that it was her. She said it was like, it's the equivalent of strapping a suicide vest on and walking into public. She's like, this is me. I'm about to do it. She
but
might
you're
be
alive.
A little
so
unhinged.
Not quite. But.
You know, look, I've said it a bunch. Criminals, we always think of them as bad, but you have to think of them as lazy. Like, they don't want a job. Like, if you took most criminals, you go, that guy broke into their house and they ransacked the house, they tore apart all the personal belongings everywhere, and you go, well, that guy's a bad guy. But you really think about it, that guy's a lazy guy.
Yeah.
Because if you talk to that guy in front of the house, he was going to break in and ransack, and I went, what if I could magically just get all the valuables out of this house, put it in a pillowcase and put it in the back of your car.
I'm listening.
They just go, fine, do that. I don't want to get bit by a dog or cut by glass or anything.
Right.
The whole identity thing and the whole cyber everything is the ultimate in lazy criminal.
Yeah, you
couple
do
of
it from
keystrokes.
you do it from the comfort of your own home.
Yeah, like carjacking is fine, but there's a degree of danger involved with carjacking.
Sure.
Just ask El Chapo.
Right. 2 cars broke down. That's what I love about only in Mexico. If he was in Germany, he'd still be on the run.
Right.
He commandeered 2 random cars and they both overheated in 100 feet.
What are the chances?
Only in Mexico. Once upon a time in Mexico.
Yeah.
So, criminals are going to do whatever they can do from the comfort of their own home, and there's going to be more and more of that.
At this point, like Floyd Mayweather sounded crazy for he says that he keeps all of his money essentially in cash in his house, like all of that. But it sounds mad like that. You're insane. And now with stuff like this, you're like, maybe not the worst idea.
Yeah,
invest in a good safe, people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Katy Perry's Dark Horse, you know the song, I'll remind you in a moment, ripped off a Christian rap song, according to a California jury. Marcus Gray, he's a Christian rapper. You guys know him. He's known as Flame. Alleged, that Katy Perry's 2013 hit bit his song called Joyful Noise, stating that the most obvious thing Perry lifted was the beat featured in her hit produced by Dr. Luke. During the trial, both the singer and the producer insisted they've never heard Joyful Noise, but the rapper said they might have caught it at the Grammys or seen it on YouTube. It got millions of plays. So the case will now move on to damages.
So did she write the song?
I think with Dr. Luke.
Doesn't I'm looking at Dawson. Sorry, let me think. George Harrison has a song called Dark Horse, right? I believe it's on his first solo album.
I think so.
Anyway, so yeah.
Now you sound like my wife.
Go make me right.
So I have both of the songs for you,
right, well,
just so you can get the vibe. And it's just that sort of backbeat.
Right.
Here's Joyful Noise.
Let's talk about it. Your boy's been a Christian quite a few years. Victory in faith, but I failed in my fears. I heard a lot of words that
Okay, so you get the point. And here's the Katy Perry.
Every song that Paris Hilton plays when she's asked to DJ.
And by the way, I'm going to play the Katy Perry, and then someone did mash them together, if that matters. A lot of songs have the same structure, but here's the Katy Perry song.
Let's rage.
I knew you were gonna come to me. Here you are. But you better
It's just that back.
Well, we're going to run into this a lot if people aren't going to write songs anymore. They're just going to fucking put computer noise in the background and then put their voice through a filter. We're going to run into this a lot because both are non-songs.
There's only so many algorithms.
When you do songs and you have, songs like they had the Ghostbusters theme and they got the I Want a New Drug, or you can play them and go, well, that song sounds like that song. These are both non-entities. They're both just fucking computer shitting out nothing and then people talking to a Roomba. So we got there's no A and B.
This is the risk you run making your bones as a generic pop star. You're going to run into this sounds like 1,000 other songs.
If I was in charge of this fucking case, it'd be you're both fucking guilty. You're both doing time for fucking ruining our society.
Punitive.
Dark Horse, 6 songwriters, 3 producers.
Whoa.
For Dark Horse.
Sue all of them.
Right.
Credited.
They're all going
6
down.
credited songwriters.
My God. 6 people can write that shit. Took 6 people to write a
They don't
pile
want
of
their
crap.
name on that.
That's horrible.
Here's Harrison's, which I imagine only took 1.
Got the same beat.
But you could hear a song that was similar and go, you ripped this off. The other one is a computer farting.
That happened to George Harrison.
That's right.
Which I never got from My Sweet Lord. And, he's so fun. Which has always been weird to me.
Those songs do sound a lot alike.
No, they don't sound a lot alike.
Really? You don't think so?
We're using the word a lot alike.
They sound a little alike, but there's there's a finite number of beats per minute.
Yeah.
And a finite number of chords.
And notes.
Songs
keys.
are going to sound alike.
Yeah.
They don't. I like figuring out what songs sound alike. Like we always talk about that. Sorry, I can't think. I turn it down. But the Ghostbusters sounds more.
Soulfinger.
Sounds more like Soulfinger than it does I Want a New Drug. Like that I get. My Sweet Lord and He's So Fine don't sound a lot alike. Now, maybe you can break them down rhythmically into something, but when you just hear He's So do-lang, it doesn't sound like My Sweet Lord.
I don't want this kind of shit to continue because then I'm hoping it never bleeds into comedy where someone goes, hey, I do a bit about self-driving cars.
Yeah,
like I do one. You talk about it too, so now I'm suing you.
The more popular you are, aren't you afraid of that all the time?
All the time.
Yeah, it has to happen because there's only so much shit going on simultaneously in the world, and that's what comedians do. Mm-hmm. All right, what else you got, Gina?
You familiar with Tony Stewart, NASCAR driver?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, he's a friend of mine.
Really?
Yeah.
You're going to love this.
He's a legit friend of mine.
Wait,
he's a legit
is his
badass.
nickname Smoke?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
So NASCAR legend Tony Stewart got a little trouble over the weekend because of a fan. 3-time NASCAR Cup Series champion competed in a sprint car race in Jackson, Minnesota, but dropped out after just one lap when his engine blew out. Afterwards, he was signing autographs for fans, and one guy just started heckling him and just riding him and cursing him for quitting and just being the worst. That's when Stewart had enough. He got that
we're looking at a picture.
Oh, look at you guys.
Yeah, that's me and Smoke on his private jet.
Oh, you're going to love this. He punched the dude.
By the way, let me tell you something about guys who drive cars.
Yeah.
They fight all the time.
Sometimes on the track.
They fight on the track. Like, if you ever want to throw down, make fun of a race car driver. I don't know about F1, but the NASCAR guys, they want to throw down.
I dare you what?
They throw down all the time.
Yeah.
And so you can't ring their bell.
Do you want to see it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, this is the clip.
Oh, let's see my boy swing.
Hey, Tony, I got 2 of them. Hey, shut up. Hey.
Oh, he's running. I mean, he's literally running across a parking lot.
To get him.
Yeah, fuck you, bitch.
Oh. Clean show, guys. Clean show.
Yeah.
That was he's got a temper, man.
Yeah.
And
he runs hot.
And also, here's like I read this article and it was so the guy was mad at him because he said, oh, he came down here, did one lap, and then stopped.
Like he big timed everybody?
Yeah, and we all came to see you race. And I'm like, motherfucker, he's there signing autographs.
Yeah.
Right.
If he wanted to quote unquote big time you,
he would have left.
He would have left. Like I love it when people tell me like, you don't care about your fans. I'm like, I do meet and greets after every fucking show. Every show, and I'll see the whole line. Like, I'm sorry I didn't meet you for your 10 minutes and...
You did go to brunch.
Yeah, listen to your idea about how I'm going to be the spokesperson for your new mini donut shop. I'm sorry I didn't do that. But
it's a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
Holes is going to franchise.
Yeah,
I know.
But he's out there signing for People. He's taking photos.
It's the same thing you were talking about with the veterans who are going, oh, this is for your guy and Trump or whatever. It's like
they're just
proof
mad.
You're there signing autographs. Really? You're going like I remember doing a show in God, I think we're in Fresno, and like we're done. You sign everyone, you take all the pictures, you do all the shit, and then at a certain point you go, all right, everyone's got their pictures, everyone's signed, and you go, I'm going back to the hotel, and then you get that's it, Ace? And I literally yelled at the guy, what, you want me to blow you by the dumpster? Like, what do you want from me? I mean, that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. I don't work at the theater. Oh, I got to empty the garbage. I got to bust some of those dishes. Like, we're done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
I did a show at the Wilbur Theater in Boston. The show was an hour and a half, and then I did a meet and greet with everyone who wanted to meet me, and that's a theater. And we sold it out, and the meet and greet was an hour 45 minutes.
Wow.
Yes.
That was the meet and greet, and then some guy commented, he's like, I invited you out to a bar afterward. You said no.
Right.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Straight.
We're done. Like
done.
Our transaction is over at this point. I like doing the meet and greet. It's cool. I like talking to people. I like meeting, hearing good stories. But fuck, dude, I just gave you an hour and a half show and then an hour to 45-minute meet and greet.
Brad,
We're done.
are you insinuating that being on stage and then talking to a bunch of people is harder than sitting and laughing and enjoying yourself? Stop it.
Slightly.
I think race car drivers, especially in NASCAR, stock car, whatever, are generally more aggressive human beings.
Sure.
And you have to have that element of this person passed me, now I got to get them back. Like, I got to get to this person. So that is the wrong person to heckle. I would say.
Now we know.
Yeah, I'd say, well, if you're going to the bake sale, maybe heckle those people. You might be a little safer.
Suck.
They do a move in
Call that a muffin?
NASCAR. It's funny. They do a NASCAR fight. They'll pull their helmet off and start swinging around or pounding it on the windshield of the other car, or whatever.
There's one
They
clip.
don't do that in hockey.
Oh.
They always keep the helmet
that was
on. They
on.
don't.
It was
You
on.
think they'd take it off and wave it around?
There's one NASCAR clip, I don't know if you guys can find it, of a guy drop kicking through the driver's side window.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
like General Lee style?
Yeah, they fought, and then some guy cut somebody off or ran him into the wall, and he runs, jumps, and does a full double drop kick into the window, and I'm like, is this in a Fast and Furious movie? Because that's a rock move right there.
There better be in Hobbs and Shaw.
Here it is. Here it is.
Looks like they
Drop kick car fight.
Get in here. Helmet off. Going to throw the helmet. They usually throw the helmet at the...
Watch this.
Runs up to the 20 car and delivers a whee.
Whoa!
Through the windshield.
There's the helmet
through
throw.
the helmet.
I told you. Cut the guys off. Oh, they fucking love it.
Through the windshield.
Oh, now
The guy's
retaliation. Retaliation.
I'm telling you, they fight.
That's awesome.
That's my favorite.
Scrappers.
I don't know. It's good, but just to balance it out ethically, Larry Holmes running over a limousine long ways to jump onto, I don't know, Spinks or whoever was a pretty good, not in a race, but still involves running over a car, physically running over a car.
Yeah.
That was a nice
bystanders.
double leg kick to the sternum. Yeah, and I don't think those sprint, dirt track, whatever cars have windshields. So maybe that was it, or if it was Lexan or something. But
here we go.
Let's watch the great
Trevor
Burbick and Larry Holmes. Larry runs over a town car in dress shoes.
In the parking lot.
In wingtips.
There's the cops with him and the reporters.
And he's saying that Larry Holmes attacked him, and look at this, Charles.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
That's the most athletic move Larry Holmes has ever pulled.
That's exactly a swan dive.
Where's wrestling announcer Jim Ross when you need him? Good God Almighty! This guy was my witness. He just ran over that limousine and broke him in half.
That was awesome. All right.
That's so great when
What
athletes
else?
do that.
Well, there's a petition aiming to change the date of Halloween from October 31st to whatever the last Saturday of the month is. The petition, which I think is smart, petition launched last year by the nonprofit Halloween and Costume Association, argues that moving the date of Halloween will be safer, longer, stress-free celebration. So basically, in theory, it would mean Halloween would kick off during daylight hours, not interfere with work or school schedules. They've already scraped together more than 60,000 signatures. More coming every day. Seems like it'd be easier
I'm
for
down with
parents
that,
and
but
things.
you know, I guess I don't know how it works with some of these like congressional bills, but they tack stuff onto them.
Pork.
What are they hiding in there?
I got some pork. Enough with the goddamn gerrymandering with the kids. I don't want to see your poor fucking kids dropped off in my nice neighborhood getting all my free candy. They fucking got to walk around their piece of shit neighborhood, and maybe that'll spark some change in them because
develop some grit.
We've now figured this thing out where everyone just picks up their kids, leaves Pacoima, comes on out to Encino, drops the kids off there, hit up Rich Whitey, get the peanut butter cups, and then it's back to your piece of shit neighborhood.
Yeah, and,
I don't need that.
I would also tack onto that. If you're not wearing a costume,
they're out.
No candy.
Yeah.
There's been kids coming to my house this past Halloween that they were out with their little brother, little sister, and they're in the costume, and then the kids just standing there in t-shirt and jeans going trick or treat.
Right.
And you're like, for what?
Yeah.
Trick, bitch.
Make an effort.
The
shirt's on backwards.
Some dude, the dude basically looks like Keanu Reeves from Parenthood, and he's just fucking standing there with this greasy hair, like, "Hey man,
reference.
Could I have an Abba Zaba?"
Yeah.
No,
Dude's
get in a fucking outfit, then you can come back and have something.
Yeah, you have to at least put on at least a strange hat.
Yeah.
At least make the effort of that one Adam Sandler rant on Weekend Update where he was like cheap Halloween costumes and he put like
I'm fork for an arm guy.
Yeah,
give me some candy.
Hey, look, I'm crazy fork for an arm guy. Hey, look, I'm crazy toilet paper head guy, and he just got a piece of toilet paper on his head. At least that. At least that.
Right. I agree.
Do you remember what Todd, Keanu Reeves' aspiring profession was in Parenthood?
He wanted to be a drag racer.
Drag racer.
That's right.
That's right.
No money in that.
Wow, we are getting into a time now. When you say he's a drag racer, you don't know.
What's the tea,
You
girl?
don't know.
That's right.
Oh my God! Do they love themselves so they can possibly love somebody else? What are they doing?
I got that, and I loved it. Thank you.
Also,
you got that reference.
Of course.
In drag racing, you'd hear the term, some go, some blow. Now that has taken a turn as well.
I don't know what to believe.
Yeah, like we are getting to a point where a lot of young millennials are not going to know what drag race you're talking about.
That's
you go,
right.
oh yeah, me and all the boys, we're going to see drag race, and you're like, I bet you are.
Yeah. RuPaul's an Emmy winner now.
Maybe
Exactly.
this will be their queer. Because queer meant funny a long time
Right.
ago,
Right.
and now it means
Odd.
gay to us, or not funny, haha,
Yeah,
it
like
just means
odd,
funny,
yeah.
odd,
Right.
and then it meant gay.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe this will be that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're talking about drag race. That
Yeah.
means something else to us. It means something else
Right.
to them. And it is gay. So it works.
Generally, yeah.
We found your queer, everybody. All right, one more.
Okay.
But you're queer.
Well, an Italian town will begin issuing fines to individuals who blaspheme or curse in public as part of an effort to curb impolite behavior,
Who?
according to Newsweek. This is in Italy. A little
Italian live show.
It's a town called Salnata. It plans to issue $445, the equivalent fines to those who break the law. The mayor of the town said that the law doesn't just apply to those who use the name of God in vain, but Allah, Buddha, Mohammed. He doesn't like it. He finds it offensive. He wants it to stop. However, there's a few other laws you might get behind that he's implementing.
Okay.
It also includes 75 other bans.
Do they have Halloween over there?
Is it on a Saturday?
Yeah, I don't know if they have that.
So,
such as-
but sorry.
Yeah.
So when Megan Rapinoe is getting the soccer thing, she's like, New York kicks fucking ass.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
she'd get
she's
fined.
out.
She's fine.
Of course.
To do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Going full Singapore.
Also, yeah, that's right, caning. It also
Yeah.
includes 75 others, like individuals who dump trash in public places or don't keep their dogs on a leash. There's also a paragraph defining what hours are appropriate to mow your lawn.
What's going on with it? Italy's tightening up. Like there was just a story that the Pope explained to anybody in the mob, like you're going to hell. Like, get your shit together.
Tough
You're
stance.
going to hell.
Wow.
Well, I just mean, I don't know. They seem to be roping it in a little, heading a little more toward morality or something. Like
Well, modern,
a little less
yeah.
with the cussing and a little less with the grift, and maybe you could avoid hell. Like, what's that
new pope?
Is there a new pope?
Well, the newish.
He's cool pope.
Cool pope.
Yeah, cool pope told the mobsters, knock it off.
It's a great SNL sketch.
Cool pope.
Hey.
I'm cool pope. What are you kids doing? You smoking the reefer? I got some smoke for you out of my tower.
He walks over to the jukebox, he hits it, and the Christian rapper from the Katy Perry lawsuit pops up, Yay!
I'm cool pope.
I'm cool pope. Well, I'll
Water
say
to
this.
wine. How about whiskey? Bam! Cool pope.
I don't know a lot about how effective his decree to the mob to knock it off or they're going to hell is, but if we can find any numbers on that and that it's actually working, next stop, Mexico.
Yeah, it's a little toxic down there.
The narcos.
Both
Get on
very
down there.
Both very Catholic countries.
Very
Get on
religious.
down. If it had any effect at all, I got many other stops for him to make.
Those are some of my favorite scenes in mob movies where like they're just done stabbing a body in the trunk of the car and some guy says God damn, and the guy goes, Hey,
a
what
mouth,
you doing?
hey.
A mouth on you. It's awesome.
It's one of the best scenes of The Godfather at the end when he's having all his enemies killed while he's doing the baptism.
Yeah. Perfect.
I was about to say bris.
One more.
Well, a new report indicates that more than a quarter of delivery food drivers sample the customers' meals before you get them.
Oh, yeah.
You knew it, right?
Well,
your fries look a little light.
You can't count the fries.
No.
Yeah.
And you can't put a bag of fries shotgun when you're driving without that right hand just
Can't be
pinching
done.
over and grabbing
20-piece
one.
chicken nugget. They're not going to count the chicken
Thank
nuggets.
you. They're high.
In and out. You got those fries. You got the smell.
Yeah.
The guy's driving
They're
a
right there,
stone.
for God's sake.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
The study examined the habits of both delivery customers and drivers, indicated 28% of delivery drivers do sneak a little taste from the order.
Is that by their admission or are they like secretly?
I don't think they're nanny cammed. I think they
Yeah.
probably
Well, because if it's
admitted
by
it
their
sort of-
admission, it's probably many more.
Yeah, that's
higher.
right. When asked if they minded if their driver took a few fries, the average person's response was 8.4 out of 10. 1 is no big deal. 10 is absolutely unacceptable.
So
People are
proprietary
not
for your
happy.
fries.
Meanwile,
So
yeah.
almost a 10. I mean,
Yeah,
people
people
are
do not
outraged
want
by
Then
that.
go get your own fucking food.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the price of doing business.
By the way,
Yes.
I like it when the
It's what you
laziest
risk.
people on the planet are outraged by someone's
Right.
movement.
Yeah. Wait, you're driving around?
Yeah, what the fuck? I'm trying to
You're
think
working?
of
You have a job?
the stuff.
How dare you?
The
Making
stuff
ends
that
meet?
could get pinched. You know what I mean?
French fries on top of the order.
Yeah, if you order a
Perfect.
double, it's we can't do anything
couple
about
of pizza
that.
onion
toppings.
rings.
Oh, yeah.
No, you think they're taking a piece of time?
Oh,
Toppings. Like
I know
if it's
people who do it.
Like if it's a sausage pizza
have done
and you
it.
have those little balls of
That's
sausage
right.
on there, you could do that.
Yeah.
Some leave a footprint, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'll get my jeweler's loop out before I tip, and I start
Fries,
looking for
there's no-
moon craters.
No
Fries,
evidence.
onion rings.
Yeah.
Tater tot.
Any side dish.
And especially with fast food, when you deliver it, the person who's getting the food is more likely to just be like, the guy at McDonald's probably fucked it up.
Right.
Like and then, it's a victimless crime.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, and what about your drinks? You got that shake? They put that little half
I'm
paper
really
back
hoping
on.
they don't. They would leave a
tough.
trace.
You can
of the
do
shake.
one hit.
The shake
Yeah.
would leave
It
a
has
trace.
legs.
Yeah.
I feel,
Start blowing.
Take the lid off, Brian.
Yeah.
Blowing the shake back into it.
I feel like you could never really nail down anything potato based because how many times you done this where it's like you've gone out to a Saturday breakfast with a friend of yours. I know it always seems this way. You ordered the whatever omelet, the whatever, and you ordered the hash browns on the side. And at some point when the things were delivered, it looks like his hash browns are 10 times bigger than what you got. Like it's a little luck of the draw.
equitable.
Like sometimes, we're at the end of the griddle or whatever.
Sure.
You
Yes.
got what you get. But sometimes yours takes up the space of like a small coaster, and then other times it dominates like the whole plate.
It's laying off the plate.
We're that way with, but I've had French fry bags that seemed like they were bursting with fries, and I was like,
Right.
that's a little bit light.
Yeah.
You know, like when
Yeah.
you order a lobster tail, you kind of know what you're getting because you're just kind of paying for what you're getting.
Carb-based items.
Lot of range.
The
Croutons
best-
on the salad.
Yeah.
Never counted.
There
The
you
best
go.
delivery to poach from would be then KFC because you have a bucket of chicken. What's a small piece of chicken
Yeah.
from that? that, and you got the potato wedges and the mashed potatoes.
Although, mash, you gotta work it.
There's one little squish.
You gotta go full Richard Dreyfuss back there.
Right. Yeah. Well, they're gonna have to have tamper-proof bucket lids now, right?
Next sentence off of the paper. Nearly 85% of respondents said they'd like restaurants to use tamper-evident lids and labels.
Listen,
sticker on the side.
I could just get up off my own ass and get my own food, but that's a bridge too far.
Yeah.
You guys do this.
Stop fucking up.
Yeah, you guys stop fucking up.
Well, they have. All right, so there's two things. Brad probably knows. We experienced this in Denver at the Comedy Works. I think they put everyone's cell phone in a little pouch, and then they unlock it when you get done. In the world of racing, like if you're doing like endurance racing or whatever, something with the fuel, they'll put a little wire and a little number and a crimp thing like over the fuel thing that means you can't fuel in between whatevers, and somebody's going to have to cut it. Like it needs to be officially cut off, or like the sweater when you buy it at the store that's got the
liquor
little
at the grocery store.
Sure. Right. We're just going to have to do that with everything. Plus all these little douches spitting into the iced tea bottles and everything. We're just going to have to just fucking bubble wrap everything and tie it and ziplock it and do everything on everything, right?
That's where we at.
And then more turtles are going to get more shit in their nose because we can't act like fucking human beings, right?
Yeah, we got the straws out, thank Christ.
Right, but we
now
tripled down on zip ties.
Yeah.
All right, let's bring it home, Gina Grad.
You got it. I'm Gina Grad, and that's the news.
Oh, shut up, cunt.
Gina. That was the news with Gina Grad.